Yes, so I'm gonna speak quickly about me and my background on quantum and AI. It's a strange mix. So I'm gonna speak about generative AI at the end and do a quick demo. So this has been generated by an AI based, for example, on this. Oops. Yeah, this. There's a bit of delay, but it's okay. Wait a second. Wait. Okay. No, it's working. Okay, based on this. So yes, and now let's see. So this was me when I was young with my father's computer. But the thing is, this wasn't me. This is an artificial intelligence created image using my face. It is using Stable Diffusion, which is an open source model, retrained with Dreambooth, which is an open source model. Also, well, it's an open source framework for fine-tuning this Stable Diffusion model. So any of you can do this very easily now. They're out of platforms because open source is increasing the speed of AI development. I will speak about this later. So this wasn't me. This was me. This is the real me playing with my father's computer. And I have been playing with technologies for a lot of years, also with the Stable Diffusion. This is me today. This, again, is made with the Stable Diffusion. I said, OK, Asier as an Iron Man, but working at NVIDIA, because it's green. So it understood that NVIDIA is green. So this seems very like obvious fun, but come on, a computer has some kind of knowledge and apply it in different ways. And you are not generating one image, you are generating infinite images in seconds. Well, in seconds, one needs 10 seconds kind of. So well, I started working at AI Business School. Maybe some of you know AI Business School here in Madrid. I always liked it to be close to the technology and create 3D walls. So I started creating a physical wall, which was the war room. And after that, I moved to US. I started playing with virtual reality. I kind of created the first small metaverse with the first device that had 6 degrees of freedom with this kind of virtual reality glasses. So the thing is, with the 6 degrees of freedom, you can walk and you will move in a virtual world. So I created this. And I'm speaking about this because I'm going to show you something similar using quantum computing after. So I created a kind of, Mario Kart. So I created the Mario Kart in my dining room. The idea was to create this for a hackathon, because hackathons, I think, are the way to promote talent. So I created this for a hackathon in 24 hours just to get a job in US, which I didn't, but it became viral. And now there are some medics here in Spain trying to use this to move kids in the hospital to the surgeon, because, OK, it's very stressful for kids. But if you are wearing a virtual reality headset in a kind of Mario Kart car, it's much less stressful. So this was my adventure with VR. Then I went to a hackathon. This was a quantum computing hackathon also in US by IBM, by the way. And I won. And after I won, they say, hey, why you don't join us? So I was working at Georgetown, that probably you know very well, Alejandro, in New York. I was there working for 2 years with something very similar to the thing we have here. I know you have seen that, but that's a quantum computer. Look, it's very similar to the chandelier that we have at IBM. There are two entangled together, one there, one here. So it's a good symbolism. So I was working with these computers. I'm not going to speak about them because everyone knows how this works. So I always like to play and make things more visual and 3D. So I was wondering, OK, what can I do with this? So I started making these kind of visualizations, making this kind of 3D visualization of the Q spheres, this kind of sphere that we use to represent the quantum states. But I wanted to give it more interaction. So, well, before the metaverse was famous, we made a quantum composer on the metaverse. But this was old. It has like 3 years old. So I started playing more and more with the ways to visualize these circuits. And I think, how can I visualize this in 3D? So I started thinking, how can I visualize this in 3D? And I made this visualization. And the thing is, I published this in my Medium, and then someone at IBM said, hey, what are you doing? Let's patent this. And they made a patent from this. So look, from a hackathon to a patent. That's why I think every of you are involved in companies, in venture capitals. I think you should try to promote hackathons, because I think I have seen how talent is creating a lot of value from those hackathons. It's a way to gather people together, to make them think about different problems and create amazing solutions. And you usually cannot guess what they are going to create after, I don't know, 1 or 2 years. So then I move from quantum to AI, because yes, I like virtual worlds, and AI is being trained in virtual worlds. So for example, this is a robot in Zurich, ETH Zurich. I'm going to click again. I hope. If not, I'm going to go to the computer. Wait a second. OK, I'm going to click the video. OK, now, the demo effect. So this is the real robot, OK? But this robot hasn't been trained in the real world. This robot has been trained in a virtual world. So this is a digital twin where we train the robots. So this is very useful because the robot doesn't need to crash into people. It's going to learn how to stand up. Some of them are falling. It's going to learn how to go upstairs, downstairs. And then when you move this to the real world, the robot is going to learn how to do it. Let's see if this works. Yes. So we have more digital twins in cities. I'm not going to speak a lot about this because I want to go to the demos. So this is interesting, for example. This is a digital twin made kind of in real time, getting the data from the camera. And the good thing about digital twins is that you can get the real situation, like this one, and modify it. So in this case, for example, we are going to make that car to make a bad decision. So you can simulate some crashes that you are not going to have then in the real world, but then you can go to the digital world, to Omniverse in this case, to the digital twin, and create those. And the way we create digital twins now, thanks to generative AI, is like this. We have a video, and with this we use a technology called NERV, with neural radiance fields, and then we create the digital twin directly from the video. So this is not the video. This is the digital twin. Can you guess? It's similar, right? And then here we can remove cars, create any kind of situations directly from the video. So before you need a team of, I don't know, 100 engineers creating scenarios. Now, a video and done. So yeah, so that's the thing of generative AI. So generative AI is really, really interesting. I'm going to go with a quick example. We have GPT-3, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion. I spoke about it. Stable Diffusion, for example, works creating images from the noise. So we have been really good removing noise from images. So now we discover how to make images from noise. That's interesting. Like humans, when you look to the clouds, you can say, oh, what is there? I send the image to AI, and the AI says, it's a cat. Make it more realist. So we are also trying to inference what is in the noise. So AI is doing kind of the same. And we have, well, attention maps. I don't want to speak about this because I want to go to the demo. But quickly, we don't know yet how AI works when it's doing this kind of graphics, this kind of images. So we are building tools to understand why it's created like this. So for example, when I say a blonde and hair, blonde is going to focus attention in the hair, and hair is going to focus attention in the face to create this image. So I'm going to go with a quick example. Let's do an exercise. Let's imagine that Bankinter wants to launch a credit card for eSports gamers. Okay? How am I going to do it? So I'm going to go, for example, to Stable Diffusion. I'm going to say, well, there is Bankinter now. You cannot read because it's very, very small. Maybe, can we put this full screen now, just for the demo? ¿Lo podemos poner en pantalla completa, solo para la demo? OK. Yeah, maybe better. You can lose a bit of information, but I think it's OK. So it's OK, it's OK, it's OK. So I created a few credit cards. So now, look, marketing teams now need less people because it's OK, it's OK. This is Stable Diffusion, exactly. They're diffusing the scenario. So yeah, this is an example with the Stable Diffusion, OK? Let's see another example, in this case, with Midjourney. Midjourney is a bot in Discord, so I'm going to say the same. The interface is not the best one because it's a bot, but the result is really good. So I say the same, and now it's creating Bankinter new eSport credit card for young gamers, orange corporate color for night style. So here I will have 4 images. I will select one. Now I'm making variations of that one, of the one I like, and now I'm going to upscale the one I want to have the graphic. And there it is. I have the graphic card. This is Midjourney. Let's go for DALL-E. DALL-E works really well, by the way, and they are improving it a lot. Because it's a company, they need to be ahead the community, which is doing a really good job. So the same. I enter the same prompt, and it's going to start creating a few credit cards. I'm going to choose this one, but now, Wait a second. Yeah, it's not this one. I'm going to choose this one. And now I'm going to modify it. I'm going to add the out painting to create a banner to announce the credit card. So I say, a superhero from Fortnite saying hi. OK, I have 4 options. That one. OK, now I want a young gamer looking at the credit card. I will have 4 options also here. OK, this one. OK, now I'm going to complete the background, create promotion message for the campaign. Well, in this case, it's not going to do the message, but it's going to complete the background, which is OK. I'm trying to complete the full image to have a kind of full banner. So the same, probably nice background in Fortnite style. OK. That one. And holding the credit card, so to complete that part. And probably we don't like the face because the kid is not super happy. So we can do an in-painting, which is removing an area, and say, OK, now let's make the kid happy. So happy gamer. So I will have 4 options. These are quick. If you spend more time, you can have much better quality. So I'm going to, OK, this one. So this is the result. So, OK, and now, and now the last thing, because I'm out of time, but the last thing, if you don't know how to launch this campaign, it's OK. You can go to GPT-3 and say, OK, Bank Inter wants to launch a credit card for gamers to attract the youth esports community. This is the strategy they should follow to launch this project with success in 5 steps. And here you have the strategy. With a lot of sense, you can read it. You can spend some time, but it's a very good strategy, very, very good strategy. And at the end, I'm going to go for the 5. It's going to complete. And then, OK. And then, I think this is important. Then I say, OK, what the credit card will be useful for? Give me 4 examples. And it's going to give me 4 examples of how I can use the credit card to earn rewards in games, to sponsor specific events on gaming. So this is generative AI. It's going to replace us. I don't know, but it is really interesting. And this is happening in weeks. This is exponential, not like quantum for now. So thank you very much. If you want more demos, in the coffee break, we can do it.
OK.